But no, it's all of Lima.
Full Lima.
The whole Lima.
One entire Lima. And last week when they played, it was pretty heavily Lima favored. This is, even in Ultimate, with Bayonetta being a much weaker representation of herself than in the last game, and the opposite of Rob.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you had to break it down very simply, Rob's a tall, heavy character, which means that Bayonetta gets that easy, at least if you're Lima, 60-odd% combo at the early percents, and also doesn't deal well with a lot of burst movement that really threatens him setting up those zones. And look at this again, heavy character, takes a lot of damage.
Not only that, but having access to an item when you're doing your Bayo combos is actually really nice, because unless it's changed from 4, throwing an item can also loot drop all of your special landing lag.
Wow, really? Well, don't even need to worry about the special landing lag once you take the stock that quickly. It's a lot what we saw last week, unfortunately, is a lot of Grayson struggling to get out of that disadvantage playing such a big character. But once he just gets that moment, he's got a lot of big hitboxes that can challenge Bayonetta, and I want to see if he can get something started off of stuff like that landing there.
Okay. Up air is a good start to catch Bayonetta, trying to land back on the ground, but again, Rob is so tall. Even on shorter characters, Bayonetta can do this, but Rob is so tall that in neutral, he has to watch out for that jump immediate ABK. Covers such a good range.
As a Bayonetta, though, you got to watch out for any of those ledge coverage options that Rob has, and he has got plenty of them. The gyro is included, because even though that witch twist can hit it, it doesn't always get it off the stage, and then you're stuck right in the same position that you were hoping to get out of.
Bat within, bailing out of the situation, but the buttons of Grayson are still fast enough to, salvage some advantage.
Well, but you saw that even though he tried to hit Lima with that drift away forwarder, he was still too close as that big body to get that hit back on him. So now, as he's got that Bayonetta juggled above him, I mean, weirdly, he's doing a great job of juggling a Bayo. And like you said, okay, right there, you saw that Lima saved that gyro toss until he had used pretty much all of his specials to mix up the landing, just because you can land without all that special landing lag.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Oh my goodness, that was such a smart way to get off the ledge and take the stock as well. Activating the witch time off of the gyro that was owned by Grayson. Of course, if it's close enough in proximity to Grayson, we'll actually witch time him as well.
Can we just talk about how many kills Lima has gotten on witch time tonight, even when it seems like he maybe shouldn't have gotten them?
Witch time does not give you a lot of time to work with, actually. But Lima's made the most of it.
It's the most efficient Bayonetta I've seen so far. Grayson
That was a garbo mash. That was one of the worst matches I've seen in my life. That one was nice.
That one was better, but Grayson, at that point, it kind of zeroed in on how he could take that stock. It might have been a confirm with that percent. So.
Well, it wasn't. We saw Lima trying to buffer witch time out of it, and it was too early.
Okay.
The upper was too fast. But Bat Within could have made things happen, but honestly, that could have been my risk. I lose my stock. My reward is I take the stock.
See these counter hits from Lima, though. It's making it so hard for Grayson to put any sort of meaningful pressure.
That's the reward Lima was looking for. Is I have witch timed you, and now I drop down on up smash.
I mean, this isn't quite what witch time obviously used to be. Where it's relevant to bring up the fact that a lot of people think that witch time is not as useful of a tool. In fact, a lot of people say that it's the worst counter in the game.
Ooh, and I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that at all, because now it's not that you're getting these kill combos or these very early, 80% combos off of the witch time, but you witch time your opponent at 80 to 100%, and you can actually get that kill.
Yeah, sure can.
We've seen a lot of that from Lima, and Grayson wants to go back to Pokemon Stadium 2. He nearly gets sucked in front of Lima with that witch twist, which would have spelled his end.
Okay, but Lima is still continuing the pressure. Somehow is able to get away from that situation. Grayson missed-spacing his punish. Lima's chasing and waits for the air dodge. Up smash not going into kill, but that was a great read, or a reaction.
I really like the high recovery from Grayson, though, because that gets him out of any potential death situation that Lima could have set up for. After all of that, now he's clawing some of this momentum back. Again, though, getting caught for pressing these buttons and overextending after the combo is over.
Man, I love the witch. I love when they blast zone in witch time, because it gives you that full smash 4 knockback effect.
Oh, we see Lima getting a whole lot of knockback on these combos right now. Still holding on to his first stock, and Grayson again still struggling to get back on stage and establish that presence. But you can see that those projectiles are not coming out from him as much. He's got to play more martial, and somehow that whole mashing sequence works out for Lima, who's looking like he might be able to take the stock.
Yeah, it's crazy how well Lima's able to mix up the mash, actually, to get to avoid any follow-ups from Grayson. Normally, he's pretty on point on recognizing when they are and are not mashing and like being able to pick his option based on that. But I think Lima's like nonchalant, like half mash, kind of throws it off. That's what I'm assuming is happening.
Oh my gosh. He's just challenging that recovery from Grayson. It seems like none of the buttons that the Rob wants to press can just come out fast enough to challenge all this burst from Bayonetta. Ooh, gyro is really well tossed. I haven't seen it like so floaty that it's able to cover pretty much everything to the ledge.
Look at that down tilt setting up perfectly on the platform. Big damage, a 60 whole %. And now a landing punish, which twist our shield still really, really good.
Oh, man, this damage output is insane. The up throw finally does it. She didn't even get time to finish her scream.
No. The game actually just cut it off.
Yeah. It's time to move on here. Grayson, man, doesn't want to move on from this game just yet. He wants to make this 1-1, but Lima, with a firm boot to the head, will send this to a game 3.
And this is really, really reminiscent of what we saw last time. It's just not an easy matchup for Rob, that's for sure. And Lima is playing around it very well. Just abusing the disadvantage that Rob has. And Grayson's doing good things like recovering high on a lot of situations where Lima can only go low to cover his recovery and super extend. But then Lima's just not making that an issue because Lima isn't putting himself in ledge trap situations because Bayonetta just kind of gets away from that for free. And then is able to continue pressure. And like Grayson really has to play on the back foot the whole time, can't really get anything started. And he's not able to play ranges that he wants to set up his projectiles at all.
Yeah. And that's, again, that speaks to exactly how this weird off-beat playstyle can really counter a Rob. So now Grayson's going to take this chance to remove the platforms and maybe remove that sense of existential dread lacking that Lima had as we go to Shadow Moses Island. Which is, you know what? To get some inspiration, this is Bayonetta versus the Metal Gear right now.
That's accurate enough. We've got a big plastic metal monster that is looking to take a dub.
Honestly, Metal Gear Rex and Ray, man, they look more like plastic than they did metal. Chalk that up to the PlayStation or whatever, but oh my gosh, chalk up this combo dead from Lima.
Yeah, I was going to say, an air dodge there, directional might get you the ledge, but that's something Grayson can cover for sure.
You know, when I say that was a dead combo from Lima, I didn't think it would be so literal. Yeah. But he's able to find himself back in the game with that back air, but I remember that he put on a lot of damage at the start. He was definitely the one in the lead, but Grayson came out of that, definitely ahead. Finding these landings, again, you just can't let this big combo string get to you when you're playing such a big character.
Grayson spacing himself really nicely to not get caught by that witch twist. Oh my god.
Yeah, Lima had already burned a lot of the resources, and I guess using the triple jump already, I guess. So no chance to make it back, but again, looking very close to just getting right back in this one.
Okay.
Hey. Good recovery by Grayson all around.
And now it's the up tilt up air. That's going to be good damage. Lima, nice. Scooping up from that far away. Just goes for the guns. I like that, actually.
A whole lot of guns, too.
Knowing you're not going to be able to get a big combo, just take some free damage. Like confirm the reset to neutral with good stage position for yourself.
Which time to just get rid of both of those projectiles as far as danger goes. See, okay, trying to subscribe, I guess to the theory of get rid of the gyro and then come to the Rob. But you see with all this flat space, Grayson's definitely able to keep this Bayonetta away from him a lot easier.
Great DI away from Grayson on the second side special, because if you DI into that, you can definitely eat a follow-up hit, aerial, but DIing away from that is not going to get you killed, and it will keep you away from the next follow-up.
However, trying to approach a back-airing Bayonetta. Well, first of all, say that 5 times fast, and second of all, don't go near it.
Oh my goodness. Not only did Lima drop that gyro to try to extend the combo, but Grayson just caught it clean. Oh, that could be big.
Parry. We've seen that from Lima before. Is he going to go for the kill?
He definitely went for it. That could have been huge if he connected that downs afterward kick. Great DI from Grayson, but now we're continuing again.
Lima goes to the ledge not to incur that landing lag, but all of a sudden, he's right back into this game where you thought that Grayson had the full lead on him after that second stock.
I love that side B off stage to retreat. Oh my god. That was a scary spot being down tilted between the Rob and the gyro that close, but Bat within is a hell of a
gosh.
mechanic.
His high recovery, like you said, working out for Grayson, doesn't quite get the kill just yet.
Second one, not even as close.
That was based on the blast zone. Lima very low
Lima
on
had
his
no
resources. Yes, and that gyro was there to cover everything perfectly.
That down tilt was perfect because Bayonetta never snaps ledge out of that up special. So was able to come in quick, force Lima after having no jump there to only be able to recover with Witch Twist and side special. And in order to snap the ledge in that situation so that you just don't repeat down tilts, had to go for the Witch Twist first and side special from that position that you could freely gyro. So great setup by Grayson. It was kind of like a checkmate position once you got that first down tilt.
And now we're seeing a surprise. Lima's going to go back to Final Destination. He's making the venue change to the regular Final Destination, but seen this a couple times that Lima loses, on a flat stage and then goes right back, and we question why when you have the ability to, I guess you don't want to go to Town and City, obviously, because that's a great rob stage. And you're not going to get the chance to get those crazy long-term edge guards. But again, on Rob, you're not really going to get him. So got to see what he's got planned.
And again, that afterburner kick just to catch air-to-air situations or anti-air situations is so good.
Both of these characters, honestly, have really good anti-airs, but I think Bayonetta, definitely wins in that department.
Not enough stage to actually confirm anything off of those multiple down tilts, but taking all the stage and then eventually a ledge trap into the kill off the throw is going to be nice. Finally connecting those as well off of the down throw, where Lima had been mixing up the timing really well, and Grayson's not been following up super well.
That might be a dead Lima. Oh, no, it's right.
Yeah.
Gets that second afterburner kickback. And just does a forward smash because he can.
Drop that giant fist. Well, at the ledge, it's actually relatively safe to just go for it, because if the opponent gets up and shields it, or if they get up and it whiffs them, you can just hold the bullets and it'll push them off stage.
Yeah, and that twirling gun in front of her, if you ever see it, has an active hitbox. So if they run into it, they do get knocked away.
A lot of the times they can actually buffer options and force SDs. It's kind of tragic.
It's a crazy move, man. But Bayonetta's full of crazy moves, especially when they link together like this. 101 already. This is the Lima Classic. And again, Rob is just able to escape these combos given these high percents. Now, Grayson trying to go for that drag down upper. We saw that earlier.
That was a sick combo.
Yeah.
And look at the damage he's put on now. Forcing Lima to recover in an awkward way, but that back air is a bit of committal. Not a lot of other characters can punish that.
He actually looked a little bit like Bayonetta there. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, dropping right above. That was a scary packer to go for, but Lima went for it. Now setting up this ledge trap.
Definitely not running out of
so sick.
He killed him off the top with up air.
That doesn't happen.
No, if you're not aware, Bayonetta's up air don't kill off the top. Except for them.
But Lima finally punishing Grayson for doing the thing that he's been doing the whole set to try to avoid all these edge guards, is going really high with the recovery. But Lima immediately double witch twist and use that triple jump to catch really high up.
Now, I tried to get the get-up attack to catch Grayson retreating there, but actually retreated to the air. And both of these guys have been spending a lot of time in the air. Not as much on the ground, but Lima's going to be taking a little bit of a dirt nap with that up smash.
And reading the no mash, goes for the up smash, catches pretty clean. Oh, a little bit extra hit stun on that whole sequence because you connected with the gyro as well, means Grayson's going to get out of the scenario.
Now Lima just with a single forwarder to make sure that Grayson has to go to the ledge. This should be the setup to end the game, and indeed it is. Seal it out on FD.
Good for Lima. Actually has enough time to not only get the smash attack, but also before the connecting hit to stop any multi-hit shenanigans that we had Grayson sitting inside of.
No.
You don't want to contest anything when you can put them a hit stun and guarantee the forward smash.
Yeah.